And so in terms of silver in particular, I mean, I think this is the retail trade right now. And I am quite worried. I'm quite worried because it reminds me of altcoins.
It is the precious metal altcoin.
It's actually kind of perfect. It's actually a perfect comp to altcoin.
It's the Ethereum of precious metals.
Well, I don't want to be mean to the Ethereum community, but it is a feeling that I have, and I can draw some analogies to this.
All right, let's hear.
So look, most commodities, you just have to analyze it by two dimensions. Really easy. Demand and supply. That's it. So when you look at the supply, the reality is silver is actually not more than a byproduct of mining other metals. I think people don't realize this. There are no dedicated silver miners in the world. Very little, actually. Most of them are mining for zinc or copper or other things. And silver happens to be like a little byproduct that comes out. It's like a freebie. So what is that in the crypto altcoin world? It's like you're yield farming and you get like a little freebie. Like you're actually investing in ETH, but because you're using ETH to go on some chain to yield farm some random token, that random token is like a little boost, right? You're getting a little higher APR because that token happens to come into your ETH activities. And then you sell that little token and you get an incremental yield. That's silver. All miners don't really price silver mining on the economics of silver mining. It's just a bonus, right? So the price setter, what I'm trying to hint at, is not silver in the way that production activities are determined. Production activities are determined by zinc and copper and other things. So in a way, what does that mean? The supply is quite large as well. Like unlike Bitcoin, which has scarcity, unlike gold, which I would argue has more scarcity, there's actually a ton of silver. The price will eventually discover where the clearing price is. And people will, because again, silver is an excessive gain for a corollary function that's not their prime purpose, it'll crush the price. The other part is on the demand side, right? So sometimes you'll hear about, well, no, silver is being rejuvenated because the AI thesis and the industrial utility on solar actually makes it pretty useful. But the reality is silver is a substitution good. Silver is prized because it has a high voltage conductivity, and it's probably the highest of all the elements. But copper is not very far behind. I think it's only like maybe 5% less efficient, meaning silver is good, but it's not like 80 times the price good. And so silver is actually a fungible thing from itself. And it is a substitution where other things can take place. And it's already happened. A lot of solar panels now use copper because silver has gotten more expensive to that point. And so you got demand where you're not really like inelastically in need for, because the properties you have is not perfect. Also, it's not a reserve asset, right? There are no central banks that are buying silver. And on the supply side, the economics don't work the way you expect mining to be. And there's an abundance. So like all of that points to generally the fact that I think it's not going to go well. But it reminds me a lot of altcoin because it has high vol, high leverage to gold. And so it's so similar to how people would say altcoin summer is on the back of Bitcoin's rise, causing other kind of things on the sideline to perform. But guess what? Most of these altcoins eventually find its price where the demand and supply curve intersect. And I think for that same reason, like if there's any lessons crypto investors can take away from the past 4 or 8 years to now, silver is exactly a precious metal altcoin and all the construct of that analysis that crypto investors should be familiar with.
So you're saying watch out below?
I think we need, yeah, I would say, hey, you had a great run. It might be time to rotate that to Bitcoin.